Here. Tell me your book tea.
Okay. So.
Oh, wait. Hi, guys. Welcome to the pod.
What is so happening? Hey, guys. Welcome back to the pod. Called What the Fuck Is This Podcast?
I'm the guest this afternoon, evening, whatever time of the day it is, because Fury's the co-host.
Oh, he's fighting the balls that we hit.
Oh, wow. Con man.
If you're wondering why my hair looks so good, because I did it with a straightener, bitches.
Not 3 episodes in with your hair looking like that, you address it.
I literally have to shower tonight.
You left them wondering, Monica.
Oh, sorry. Follow me for beauty tips. JK. Last time I posted was like 5 months ago. Was it?
Not on your story.
No, I post on my story a lot.
Only your real followers know you're active.
May 16th was my last post.
See, only your real followers know how active you are because you gotta be following to see the stories.
I was gonna post this one. I think I still am. I'm gonna post this one, and this one. Be like, movie date.
That's so cute.
Okay. So I'll do it then. Anyways, we already said this, but welcome back to the pod. This is our 3rd episode we're filming tonight. We're trying to get through this quick because we got work tomorrow because we're working, ladies.
Yeah, why don't you tell your friends to listen so we can quit our 9-to-5s?
Yeah. Rude.
Please?
Get with the program. I'm trying to be independent women that don't have a 9-to-5 and travel to do tours.
Yeah.
And not tours to
Yeah.
Iraq. Tours around the state.
I almost said tours to where Matthew is, and then I would be fucking shot because I'm not supposed to tell people where the man's at.
No, I was about to say the same thing, but I was like, I can't say that.
I know. Ugh.
Anyways.
They'll be like, bitch, you thought he was coming home. Oh yeah, guys, I have a date for my husband's return.
But she can't tell you, bitches.
I can't tell you, bitches. I can't even tell his
You
mom.
can't even tell me.
Yeah, I can't tell you.
I was around.
Yes, I was able
to
to give my team an arrival date so that because I can have a free day off basically.
Yes.
And I also have an extra vacation day that I asked if I could bring into the new year. And so they had to know about when I would use it. Mm-hmm. So I've given my team a nice little around time arrival so that I can have my time off.
Yeah, so she can be with her hubby. And then we're also not recording in that month.
Yeah. We're working far ahead.
Yeah.
No, we'll record in the month.
Yes.
Because, we won't record the last 2 weeks before it comes basically. Is what we've rough planned out. Anyways, doesn't matter.
Anyway.
Tell us your book tea, Monica.
Okay. So since last week we were talking about therapy and how everybody thought that Ricky was a mental case because he had to go to therapy. I want to talk about a book that I'm talking about in therapy a lot. And it's really been helpful. It's just a good read. If you want to work on yourself or work on your relationships with people. Mm-hmm. It's called The Adult Children of Emotionally Immature Parents: How to Heal from Distant, Rejecting, and Self-Involved Parents. It's written by Lindsay C. Gibson. I don't know what this means. PYSD.
Is that a psychology degree?
That's what I'm thinking.
That ball is not for this evening.
But anyways, like I was saying, in the last episode that we talked about, Ricky's going to therapy because of what his father did to him and his family and stuff. So I wanted to talk about mental health and going to therapy. I think it's really important that you do. I'm in therapy. I don't see a problem with it. Also, it's you just get to talk to somebody and they'll tell you advice. That's all you have to do. But this book, I have a weird relationship with my parents, and it's helped me understand why, and it's been really helpful. And then I've had a lot of abusive or like toxic relationships, and it's also helped me like process those. And like the last dude I was going out with, I started reading it when I was with him, and it made me realize how many things that he was doing were actually toxic, and like how bad that relationship was actually draining me. And there's some of the work that you can do, and you write it down, and it basically like helps you heal from it or like understand why it's happened. And that's what I talk to my therapist about, like the stuff that I write down, like that's happened and that what I have to deal with. But this book basically I've said that, I'm repeating myself, but there is one part where it's like basically saying like if your parents ever told you like, oh, we're gonna give you a reason to cry, or like you have no reason to cry, it's mainly because their parents never let them like show their emotions.
Yeah.
So they don't understand how to deal with their own kids' emotions. So it's not really their fault, but it's like trauma that's like passed down. And so if you want to like break those vicious cycles, I recommend this book. It teaches you a lot about people around you, which is like crazy because like this, I started reading it and I was like, oh, it's just gonna be like teaching me about like how to deal with my parents. And it's like, no, like I see stuff in this book that like with any day relationships, like with old friends I've had and all that other stuff. And it's like, it's fucking crazy how much this book has changed my life and like how much I notice more about this stuff now. And I know how to pick up on red flags a lot faster because of it, which like I tend to jump into relationships really quickly. Not really quickly, but like once I'm in love, like I'm deep in love,
Yeah.
and I will not see this person doing anything wrong. Like
Yeah.
I won't believe it, none of it. And this book has taught me like take a step back, pay attention to what this person's doing, see if their intentions are good, where this is coming from. And yeah, I recommend this book. I believe it's on Kindle Unlimited. I'm not sure, but just read it.
What was it? I'll find out.
How adult children of emotionally immature parents. I think it is. I'm not sure. I bought it anyways. It's just a good book to have, and I've read it twice now. Because I started reading it, but then I wasn't really paying attention when I first read it, and then I started reading it again. Oh no, the first time I stopped reading it because my ex told me to stop reading it because he was saying that like I was like judging him too much because of the book. Red flag?
Yeah.
Red flag.
Sorry, this store is really loading really slowly. It's definitely on there, but I just don't know if it's on Kindle Unlimited.
So I have some highlights that I got from there that I want to read.
Okay, so I was just gonna try the app on my phone, but look what happened when I started typing adult for a search.
Ew! Ma'am. Okay, so one of the first things that I highlighted is children who try to be good enough to win their parents' love have no way of knowing what unconditional love cannot be bought with conditional behavior. Like, that's crazy to me. Like,
Right.
that means
I'm so sorry, I was reading.
No, you're fine. Like, to me, that's crazy because
Yeah.
like, I see that even in myself. Like, I will try to fight for this person to love me when it's like, no, you should let them go. They're doing wrong shit to you, which is just crazy. But yeah, 10 out of 10, recommend. I recommend therapy. Get it, bitches, okay? Mental health is a real thing. I personally deal with depression and anxiety. It's something that I wanted to ignore for the longest time, and now that I'm like open and honest about it, and I have a therapist that I can talk to about it, it actually like feels good. Like somebody knows, and then Miranda knows that my mom doesn't believe in like mental health issues. She literally just thinks I'm being lazy and stuff. So it just helps.
Yeah.
Talking to somebody that's non-biased they're of no relation to you other than you're paying them.
Yeah.
Which, like, I have good insurance, so I'm not paying for therapy. But, like, even if you have to pay for therapy, I believe it's 100% worth it. It can help your life in so many different ways.
Yeah. Because whatever you're talking about, that person has no opinion on your parents, on the friend you're talking about. Like,
yeah.
Because even if you came to me, I'd be like, oh, yeah, I'm on your side. Because, like, I'm the
Yeah.
closest with you in your life and who you're going to bring up. Like, of course.
Yeah.
Like, it's always going to be, like, an impartial party who's just going to see the facts as they are, you know?
Yeah. And then you don't have to doubt yourself when you're talking to a therapist. Because, like, there's a lot of times, like, even when I'm, like, talking to, like, my friends or something about, like, something that happened in my family, I still want to defend that family member. But at the same time, it's like, should I? And my therapist will straight up call it out and be like,
yeah,
they did something wrong. There's no reason for you to feel like you have to go back on it.
Yeah, absolutely.
But yeah, so go to therapy, bitches.
It's not Kindle Unlimited, but it's only $9.
Oh, that's not bad.
No, yeah. And then the paperback, I looked it up on Amazon, which is when I didn't reply to you, and I'm so sorry.
No, you're fine.
It's only $9.99 if you want the paperback. So you're not saving any wherever you go. You're not losing anything wherever, if you're digital, if you're hardcover, whatever it is. The paperback's $9.99.
Yeah.
And the Kindle Unlimited is $9.11. So.
And then I do like that they put in, like, really good examples. So, like, because sometimes I'll explain stuff and I'm like, I don't fucking know what this fucking means.
Yeah.
And then they put examples in and I'm like, oh, fuck, I do this shit. And then I'm like, let me write this down for therapy. But yeah, I just wanted to talk about that because they were judging the fuck out of Ricky last episode.
Yeah.
And, like, for what?
Yeah.
This man has trauma.
But it's funny to see how far we've come in even just, like, the 10 years it's been. Well,
yes.
What are we? If it was 2008, 12-ish,
Yes.
14-ish years since then.
Yeah,
like, we have grown a lot as, like, a society. Like, it isn't so, like, it's not crazy, but it's still not, like, appreciated and understood.
I think the stigma is going away.
Yes.
Which
You're
is
not crazy.
Yeah.
You're not whatever. But people still don't like to full on just be like, I need therapy. Like,
yeah.
Some people.
But, obviously if I'm talking to somebody new, I'm not going to be like, oh, I'm in therapy.
Right.
But, like.
Because you don't know how that person is going to react. Because some people are like, still, like, it's a big deal.
Like, to me, like, I have problems with my family. I already said this. But, like, when I told my mother I was in therapy, she was like, what the fuck for?
Yeah.
Like, everything is going good in your life. I'm like, ma'am, I don't tell you everything that's going on in my life because you judge me for it. That's what I got my therapist for.
Exactly.
Okay? But yeah.
Alright, guys. Are we ready to talk about Secret Life? I'm sorry, Goose. Did I distract you from the wall?
So we're going to start off with episode 12. Remember, watch along. Watch along.
You know what we're doing. We're watching 4 episodes usually. So that's probably going to be our schedule from here on out.
Yeah. Also,
4.
If you want to know what episodes we're talking about, Miranda puts them in the bio.
I do.
So you can literally see what episodes we're talking about that week, and then you can watch them, because we only post every Thursday, so you can watch those episodes before the new one comes out, and you can just watch along. Or you can be like, oh, they're talking about episode 12, let me listen to this first snippet first, and then watch the next episode.
Yeah, because I don't break the time codes down that specific, but you can always skip right to where Secret Life started. So
yeah,
skip
and then
right
we
over
always
our book tea.
we always state what episode we're on.
Yep.
But yeah,
absolutely. Okay, episode 12. I almost forgot my synopsis.
these men are just chewing up.
I know, rubber. Whoa, I scrolled way too far. Episode 12. This title is so long. The Secret Wedding of the American Teenager.
Oh, I forgot. I saw that name and I was like, ugh.
After hearing that she will need to get a job and accept responsibility if she was to keep the baby, Amy plans to marry Ben with fake IDs. Ricky finds out and goes to a boy at school to get one for himself, as do Henry, Alice, Ashley, Adrian, Grace, Lauren, Madison, Jason, and Jack. Jorgs. George moves into the Jurgensen's garage.
That's his name?
Yeah. Okay, episode 12. So you heard it here, folks. They're gonna get married with fake IDs. Can't wait to talk about how problematic that is. But first, this stupid ass mother sits her down and is like, no, I'm not gonna make breakfast for you. Which, first off, why did she order from her mother like a waitress? Like, no, whatever. But, Anne is out here and she's like, you have to get a job. You have to make your own breakfast because I'm gonna get a job because I'm getting a divorce and we don't have any money.
And, but like, you're telling your daughter that she has all these responsibilities now.
And she has to keep her baby.
When you told her to keep it.
And then now you're like, no, I'm not gonna help.
You made her feel like she was gonna get your help and your support.
Yeah.
And now all of a sudden, no, sorry, I'm out.
Yeah. And then this is when they tell us she's going to have the baby in 3 months. Why is this timeline advancing like this? Grace and Ricky aren't advancing like this. Nothing else is going forward with the speed of this pregnancy.
No.
Everything else is going like a few weeks at a time. And there's no notion of any sort of time jump.
Nope. It's fucking bonkers. Bonkers.
I don't understand.
And then once Amy finds out that she has to get a job, now she's like, I want to get married.
Right. Especially because Ben has money, so
Yeah.
he can help. And they're both super supportive of her having a baby and them getting married and all that stuff. So it's like the only people who seem to want to still coddle Amy.
Yeah.
And I agree, like, Amy needs to take responsibility for what she's done, and Ricky needs to step up for what he's done.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, they are 15 years old, they're going to need help. And
then you also wanted her to go back to her regular school.
Yes.
When she could have gone to another school to help her be a teen mom.
that's on her dad, though.
Yeah, that's true.
So I don't know what the fuck's wrong with George, except then George comes in. Now that I know his name, I'm gonna use it. George comes in to fucking be like, where's breakfast? And all this
Oh.
shit. I am so tired.
And he's like, okay, first of all, women's studies is really important. And the fact that he like keeps putting it in her face, being like, oh, you're a woman, you studied women's studies, shouldn't you know that you should be getting me coffee?
When he said that, I wrote George's piece of shit.
Oh, 100%. What the fuck are you talking about, stupid? You came from a woman, respect women, or you're never gonna have a woman.
No, yeah.
Sorry.
No, the way, whatever. Let's move on to this fake IDs story.
Wait, I'm not there
Wait.
yet.
What?
I have like 5 different lines before then.
I didn't write a
Okay.
whole lot about this episode.
So
honestly.
in the last episode, was it the last episode or was it the beginning of this? I don't know when this happened, but basically, Grace tells her dad that she was the one that cheated on George.
Yeah. The mom, yeah.
And then like he goes away for like this trip, and then Grace's mom is like, "Oh, you can date whoever you want."
And go out, as long as we know where you are, you don't have like
Yeah.
any rules.
Because I only got married to George because I wanted to have sex with him.
At least someone's finally being honest.
That's
Honestly, we never get that kind of honesty from anybody,
Yeah.
ever. So,
And then during this,
guys, can we pick a different toy, dude? I was trying to cut you some slack because at least you're being good, but like, fuck, that's annoying to listen to.
Tom, Grace's mom says that she has somebody that she can set up Tom with, and he's like, "Oh, is it Adrian?" I was crying over that.
Tom is just into everybody, you know?
Tom is hilarious.
Tom is here for a good time.
Yeah.
Oh,
And then we find out they're getting married at 7 p.m. What is this time? Oh.
I don't think so. Fat boy. What? Fat boy. Okay.
He's looking at you like you're crazy.
Back to being the guest. Always the bridesmaid, never the bride. Okay, yeah, no, they're getting married at 7 p.m.
Yeah.
Wonder if that's worse than getting married on Monday.
Amy's mad that her mom's not wanting to help, which, like, I understand, but
Yeah.
at the same time, you're the one that decided to keep this baby.
Yes, and she implied it, but you never double checked to see is she actually gonna help you.
Yeah, now we can talk about the fake ID situation.
Yeah, this is just another great example of the fact that these kids have no common sense.
None.
The fact that they thought that they could actually be legally married with a fake ID that didn't have their name on it,
No.
you're fucking lying.
No.
And they get to this diner to talk about getting married and everything, and they're gonna get married at 7 p.m. and all this specific stuff. And he's like, how'd you get here? And she's like, my mom gave me a ride.
I told her I was going to apply for a job, but I just really wanted breakfast.
This is embarrassing. This is fucking embarrassing for you.
Children, the only person that has a car in this world
Yeah.
is Jack and Adrian.
Yeah.
That's it. What the fuck are you talking about?
Ugh.
I said nobody can keep a secret.
No.
Literally nobody.
No. Got a secret.
Oh, and then they pull up in the car,
Skirt, skirt, skirt.
and Amy's mom is like, oh, I'm finally, like, I'm gonna be single, your dad's with the house for the first time in forever, ready to start a new life. Opens the garage door. The dad is, George is living in the garage.
And the way that, like, she had to have this dramatic pause, like, oh, I'm just not ready for this to be my house. And I'm
Yeah.
like, bitch, he still helped you buy it. Like,
Yeah.
it's not your house.
Yeah. No. And then Tom is going on a date, and then they make it a double date for the wedding, to go to the wedding.
Yes, absolutely. Ricky makes a big deal about how he needs to go to the wedding because he's the father of the baby. What does that have to do with attending the wedding?
Literally nothing.
Because the baby's there?
You know that Ben is gonna be a better guy than you are.
What do you don't,
Like-
you barely want to be a dad.
Yeah. And then the dress that Adrian shows up in,
Oh my god. I literally said, Adrian, what the fuck?
like, I know you're trying to make Ricky trying to be into you or whatever, but, like, come on.
You need help.
He's seen all your bits and pieces. He knows what you
Oh,
got.
yeah. Yeah. And then, why at the beginning when they're like, oh, we're going to a wedding or whatever, like of all the people that's going around school that there's a wedding, and it's Amy's wedding, why are they automatically thinking she's marrying Ricky? They don't even like each other. They don't even get along.
And then when she's on the phone with Adrian, Gracie and Adrian are on the phone, and she's like, he wouldn't ask me on a first date to his wedding. Be fucking for real.
No, he wouldn't. You're lying.
Delusional. That's what you are, sweetheart.
Yeah.
Again, the dad is bringing up the fucking women's studies shit.
Oh my god.
Tom is making out with his date.
At the wedding? What are you doing?
They get married, they kiss or whatever.
I'm sorry. What is she wearing?
Oh, I have no fucking...
scarf?
Make it make sense. No. She was wearing a white dress, but take off the fucking scarf.
Why are you wearing that scarf?
For what?
Style? Nope, not style.
No. And then they get married, and then Tom says, we're next.
Tom, you just met this woman. Also, why didn't she get him a ring?
Oh, I didn't even notice that.
No, it's literally in the dialogue where she goes, I didn't even remember to get you one. A wedding ring. Wedding ring, that's what it's called. What do you mean you didn't remember?
Oh, it slipped her mind. She was dealing with this wedding. She was being bridezilla.
Whatever, episode 13. Excuse me, where's my phone? I got kicked out of my hosting seat. Baked Nevada. What does that even mean? Just because their fake IDs are from Nevada. Baked? They're not high.
That's what I'm saying.
Party's over when George and Leo catch Amy and Ben at the wedding reception. Back at the chapel, Tom wants to marry Tammy, but Grace stops him. Elsewhere, Ricky starts visiting Adrian again, and Amy and Ben learn that their marriage is not legal. Shocker. Because Amy and Ben didn't get married. Julia and Stefan did. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? Your name's not even on the ID you used. How would it be legal? You're out $80, stupid. Jack steps up and falsely confesses to creating the fake IDs and is forced to do community service and talks with Amy and Ben and gives them advice on what they should do with the baby and when Amy feels him kick for the first time. Oh, I just spoiled it.
I don't care.
If I wouldn't have said anything, people probably wouldn't have noticed, but I spoiled it. Okay.
My first line that I wrote down is a quote from Tammy.
Ooh.
How many ways can she say the same thing? Tom and Tammy, I'm here for it.
Mm-hmm.
They should have gotten married. They would have been perfect.
I think it's mean that the dads broke up the wedding reception. Let them have their fun. Who the fuck cares?
Yeah, regardless, it's not real.
Who the fuck cares? Okay.
Okay. But Catherine, so the reason why they show up is because Kathleen, Gracie's mom, told Amy's dad, like she calls her.
Oh, yeah.
And then at the after party, they're dancing to the YMCA song.
Oh, I was screaming.
What?
Oh, it's fun to stay at the YMCA. Okay, the next thing I wrote is that Amy's parents had sex. You're lying. They don't even like each other.
Yeah, I wrote, they have sex? Question mark, question mark, question mark.
And we were just talking off camera about what that means.
Mm-hmm.
We're excited. We're excited.
I mean, not really, but... Also that night, Ricky and Adrian hook up again.
Yeah. While in the next scene at school, Grace and Ricky are talking about how they're boyfriend and girlfriend.
Also, why didn't we get a clip
have
of that?
problems.
Why didn't we get a clip
Yeah,
of that?
that's a huge deal for Grace.
Yeah, no.
What the fuck? Why did you take that away?
Jack lies and he says that he was the one that made the IDs.
Why? Why?
For
Why?
what? In what world?
Make it make sense.
You're not friends with any of these fucking people.
Maybe
Why?
Grace, but at this point she's your ex-girlfriend dating someone new. What
Yeah.
the fuck are you doing?
No.
Oh, and everyone had to learn that holding a fake is illegal. That they could get in trouble or at least have a fine for that. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
How out of touch are you?
Yeah. No.
Oh my god. Let's see.
Amy's mom finds out about the wedding from Grace's dad.
Yep. Which I was like, why are they acting like they've never met before in their lives?
I don't fucking know.
What is their problem?
My next quote that's a problematic one from Adrian, even though she's my favorite character, is, I'd rather be the one you cheat with and not on.
That made me so irritated.
Girl, you're being your mother. Stop it.
Yeah, because she shits on her mother all the time.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Amy doesn't know what she's doing, and she doesn't think she can handle having a baby.
Yeah.
Which, no fucking
True.
duh, you're 15.
We could have told you that, girl.
Her mom says no abortion, but then she doesn't help. So, like,
Yeah.
come on. One of y'all is being tootie, and I don't appreciate it.
Maverick. I could almost guarantee it.
Can you Dutch oven yourself? Let's cover that booty up.
Yeah, I lost my blanket. I lost my seat. My feet are cold.
Just tuck you in right there.
Goose looked at you like, what about me?
You have a pillow. But that's all I have for this episode.
Yeah, other than it ends with her being like, the baby agrees with you. It's moving a lot. It's coming right now.
Do they not teach sex ed in this?
Anyways, that's all we need to say.
Episode 14.
The father and the son. Ashley enlists the help of Reverend Stone to ensure that her parents will stay together. Oh, we did not talk about this, but we found out a couple episodes ago, Reverend Stone is Jack's stepdad.
Yes.
So,
And, we didn't even talk about this. That the Reverend asked Jack to ask Gracie out so that her dad would keep giving the church money.
yep. Ricky's estranged father, Bob, returns.
That's his name?
Yeah, they didn't work very hard. They're like, what's a good name? Bob, sounds good. Town on parole to search for his son. He returns to town to go on parole to find his son. He pays Amy and her family a visit and later threatens Ricky with the possibility of giving the baby up for adoption. Amy reveals to her parents that Ricky has been sexually abused by his father and suggests... What the fuck just happened? And suggests that they should seriously consider what's best for the baby, adoption. Amy seriously considers the option and discusses it with Ben and Ricky, who both want her to keep the baby, but for very different reasons. Anne seeks out the advice of Reverend Stone to see if he knows any nice families who are looking to adopt.
Okay. So episode 14 starts off with Reverend Stone knocking at their door.
Why is he trying to force himself in?
Doesn't make any sense.
They've told you like 3 different ways that now is not a good time.
Yeah. And I also have never heard of a pastor just stopping by.
No. Literally no. And then I wrote, Ashley, their divorce is not about you.
Yeah.
This has nothing to do with you, girl.
I understand because she's 13, she's young, she wants her parents to stay together, yada, yada, yada. But at the same time, like, you see how badly they're struggling
and how
to
much
be
they
together.
don't like each other.
Yeah.
Let it go.
Yeah. Be fucking for real.
Amy cannot make up her mind about whether she wants Ricky involved or not because she's been pretty adamant that she didn't want him to know and all this. And now that the money is a whole thing, she wants him around so he can give them money.
Yeah.
You piece of shit.
Yep.
Okay.
Ashley wants to get a job to help out her sister.
Love that. That's so sweet, but very
You're
unrealistic.
13. How are you gonna get a job?
And then, at the end of that conversation in the garage, here comes Bob Underwood.
How did he find out where she lives?
I don't know. Why was he sitting in a green muscle car outside? That comes out to be very funny.
Yes.
But
like,
what the fuck? But then, here's another great Shailene Woodley acting moment where she's like, stay right there as she closes the garage door.
Yeah.
Who the fuck cares if this man gets in your house? Go find your dad now.
Also, they'd stand there while the garage door is closing.
That's what I'm saying.
It's a strange man. Run.
That's what I'm fucking saying.
I'm like, ugh. Ricky's dad is there, and he like knocks on the door, and he's talking to her dad, George.
Yeah. Let's talk about that.
He's a piece of shit. Both of the dads are.
Oh yeah, I said why are they both giving, or not both? Bob. I can't read my handwriting. Why is Bob giving con vibes, like a scummy, scammy guy? And then George has no interest in this man until he says, I can help financially.
Yeah.
You piece of fucking shit, George.
Yeah. No.
Get a better job. Do more.
Henry just looked up like
I'm so sorry, did I offend you? Canales has only ever spoke, he said, I spoke a few Spanglish words to him. And I was like, I guess he came bilingual. He's smarter than the rest of us. Okay.
I was literally, when I was outside, I was thinking about asking you, like, oh, did he ever respond?
He did. I'll have to show you the text, it was funny.
Okay, so she sits her dad down, and she finally tells him, like, that he was abused and all this other stuff that happened.
Yeah.
And he doesn't believe her. Or, like, he doesn't believe Ricky's story.
Is, like, classic, like, 2000s parents. What the fuck? I want to talk about, like, when they're, like, they can't get a hold of Ricky and Grace to tell him, like, hey, your dad's around town or whatever. And the normality of turning off your phone back then is something I completely forgot about, and we totally lived through that.
Yeah.
We had those types of phones that, you would just turn it off until you needed it.
But, like,
it wasn't normal to be able to reach anybody at that very second. Like, the way I feel so compelled when it's my best friend, not, like, some stranger or, like, a random relative, But, like, my mom or Matthew or even you, the way I feel compelled to be like, I'm so sorry, I was in the shower. When I, like, miss your text by 15 minutes.
There's never any explanation or anything
The
like that.
The normality of it back then, like,
but I think it also
didn't
has to
matter.
do, like, everything now is, like, instant. Like, we want everything instant.
Oh, yeah.
But, like, it's crazy. Because if I could go back to this,
yeah,
I would.
Yeah.
But I can't because people need me, okay? I'm important. Sometimes.
I'm a big deal. Oh, this is the batting cages is the part you were talking about earlier.
Oh.
With Ricky.
Yeah. Also,
Yeah.
okay, so I wrote, I don't get Adrian's dad.
No.
No.
That man irritates me.
Ricky's dad shows up and he's like, oh, which one's your boyfriend? And she's like, that's my ex. That's my brother.
No, she does not say ex. She says, that's my old boyfriend. That's my new boyfriend. What the fuck does that mean?
But also, I am not going to tell a stranger that.
No, that too. It's like yelling, who is this? Or who is it?
Yeah, I'd be like, oh, I'm with them. I'm not going to give you fucking details.
No.
You're a stranger.
No, yeah. Yeah.
If a stranger came up to me and started talking to me like that, an older stranger, when I'm 16.
And he looks creepy.
Yeah, I would literally be like, I don't want to talk to you. And I would stand up and walk away.
Yeah.
I would walk towards my friends. There's no way.
But right before he shows up, because it's right before they switch, Grace is in the batting cages screaming at the baseballs flying at her.
It's kind of cute, but kind of annoying.
Yeah. He calls Adrian to make sure she'll be available for after their date.
Okay, but also, how does he not see that they called him?
That too. No, that too.
But, before he comes up to them, what's his name? Tom and
Jack get there.
They get there and they're trying to warn him. He's like, hey, a creepy guy called.
And then they don't believe him because they think he's trying to just be on their date.
But, like, how did he get that number for their house?
How did he? I don't know. How did he?
Be fucking for real.
I don't know.
Anyways, they're arguing and Ricky sees that his dad is talking to her. And so he, like, grabs the bat and he's trying to, like, confront his dad. And then the dad tells him, I don't think you'll be a very good father.
I know I'm not.
What a piece of fucking shit.
No. I also, to go back real quick on the fact that I don't like Adrian's dad. I don't like the way Adrian is making excuses for all of Ricky's red flags to her grown-ass adult father.
Oh, yeah.
Listen to your dad. Listen to your dad.
But I understand, like, she's not going to listen to her dad because he hasn't been there for 16 years.
No, but it's still an adult.
Yeah.
And the way you're standing there being like...
Yeah. No,
it's
but
okay that he's into other women.
Yeah, no, I think it's very hard for her to be able to understand that she needs to listen to them because her mom's always gone. She basically has no adults in her life.
True.
That she can truly trust and, like, that they give her good advice.
True.
Because if my mom was having an affair with married men, I would not follow her advice at all.
That's true.
Oh,
Amy comes in. Terrible acting. There's no tears. Her voice is all broken up, though. Call whoever you call to get a baby adopted. How do you think this world works?
I don't fucking know. I wrote, has she had any doctor's appointments?
Exactly.
No. Because we've seen none.
No.
Since her first one where she confirmed she was pregnant, she's been to none.
Yep.
We haven't even seen her take a prenatal.
Nope.
What is she talking about? And then Gracie is scared of anger. She was scared that he got so mad.
He was so mad.
But, like, I would understand why he's so mad. It's his predator father trying to talk to his girlfriend.
Yeah.
Like, come on. And then Ricky decides he wants to raise the baby now. He wants to be a part of the baby's life.
Which this is when I said, now Ricky is making the most sense for a no adoption. Like, Ben is just like, we can do it. No, how? Where's your plan? Why?
Yeah.
How can you do it? How can you make this much money to take care of the baby?
Yeah.
How can you do this? How can you do that? Like, and then, but at least Ricky is like, No, because I don't want him to wind up like me in some family that doesn't truly care about him and da-da-da-da, like all that type of shit.
He doesn't want him to be a part of the system.
Exactly. So he's finally making the most compelling argument.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And at the end, Ricky's dad... Oh, they get a restraining order on Ricky's dad.
Mm-hmm.
And, Ricky's dad comes up to him while he gets to Adrian's and basically says he wants the baby to be put up for adoption so he can get the money.
Yeah,
because
he wants part of the money.
He has a family that will pay real well for a Caucasian baby.
Boy, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then, Amy's mom is having a conversation with the Reverend Stone guy. And I literally wrote, "You're giving Amy vibes." Like,
yes.
The way she, like, has no plan while she's bitching about Amy having no plan.
Yeah.
She has no idea how she's going to pay for architecture school. She has no idea where she's going to get a job. She's not really looking.
No.
She's just excited that she's going to have a job. Oh, my God. What's wrong with you?
Yeah, no. That's all I had for that episode.
Yeah. Oh, Jack also got his punishment. Because right at the end, I said,
oh, yeah.
do I get a gun with this assignment? It's a gang area.
So he has to do community service and...
For his fake ID thing.
The counselor he has to mentor
He's mentoring a kid.
Some kid that lives in gang territory.
Okay, 15. That's enough of that. Ricky tells Adrian about his abusive father and reveals that as long as his father is around, he won't see Grace. Come time to find out the sex of the baby, Ben is disappointed when Amy tells him she doesn't want him to come with her to her appointment. Meanwhile, Bob again approaches Ricky with the idea of giving up the baby for adoption. Jack's community service starts out very unexpectedly and begins to fully accept the consequences of Amy being pregnant, and Ben records a video of Amy revealing that she is having a boy. Ricky's father goes back to jail for possession of illegal drugs. So, yeah.
So, this episode begins with Ricky and Adrian getting out of bed.
Mm-hmm.
And Ricky confesses to Adrian, like, what really happened in between him and his dad.
Mm-hmm.
And Adrian calls her dad for help while he's sitting in the parking lot.
Right.
What the fuck is that about?
He's being creepy again.
Yeah.
I said Adrian really expects every side of Ricky while he's involved with at least 2 other women. Sort of 3, but Lauren has definitely fallen off the map.
Yes.
But, like, bitch, you didn't even know that this man had sexual abuse trauma and went to a therapist. And you want Amy to get an abortion. You don't want anyone else in his life. You want to be the main thing. Bitch, you don't even know what's going on with him outside of his fucking dick.
Yeah.
There's something wrong with you.
Yeah, no. And especially for how long they've been, like, secretly doing stuff, you should know you're just a sneaky link at this point.
That's what I'm saying.
Like no.
You're not his girlfriend. He literally wifed Grace up so fucking fast.
Yeah.
And sure, maybe you could make the argument it's just to get in her pants. But at the end of the day, he does a lot more of caring about her than he has ever cared about you.
Yep.
Like, this is all on you.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and then when she's sobbing on the phone to her dad, put him back. Do none of these kids understand how the world fucking works?
Clearly not.
Oh my God, what do you mean put him back? He's on parole. Like, good behavior in prison.
Yeah. Ashley wants to go to a friend's house, and everybody's surprised about it.
This was so annoying.
I was like, dude, just let her go to her friend's house.
This is worse than everybody thinking was going to be the first to get pregnant because she dresses alternatively and wears dark makeup.
No. Ben wants to be there for when they find out the sex of the baby.
Ben.
And then Amy doesn't want him there at all. Not even for the birth.
Or in the waiting room or anything. She doesn't just...
She feels like she's going to be exposed if her belly is showing. Ma'am, you agreed to marry this man 2 episodes ago. What the fuck are you talking about?
That was so annoying to me.
Yes.
So fucking annoying. Because
like, y'all are literally married, basically.
Yeah.
In your mind. That's how y'all see it still.
Yeah, still.
You don't want this man to see your belly?
Yeah.
Come on. Be fucking for real.
Grace and Ricky basically break up because, like they said...
Yeah, Ricky wants to protect Grace.
Yeah.
I thought that was really sweet.
Oh, yeah. See, and this is what I'm talking about with him and Adrian. He doesn't give a fuck about Adrian.
No. She lives alone, and you're okay with going to her house, where you know your dad has already shown up to.
Yeah.
But with Grace, you're like, no, we need to break up, and you tell her parents about it?
Yeah. Which then I was like, at this point, does everyone have trauma? Because Grace's dad is out here telling him his sexual abuse story. He wasn't sexually abused, but his brother was?
I don't know.
I was low-key, like, lost on that story.
But basically his brother killed himself and they found something out in the note.
In the note, he was being sexually abused by, like, a teacher or the neighbor.
Yes, somebody.
Something. I don't know. And I was like, does everyone have trauma? Literally?
Yeah.
Like, what's going on anymore?
I have a quote from Amy's dad where he says, "Get out your dream catcher because you're dreaming again," because she wants to go back to school and stuff, which, like, stop being a fucking dick. She raised your children. Like, come
She put her life on hold to be a wonderful stay-at-home mom.
Yes.
Which I don't actually think, I mean, maybe that's not putting your life on hold. It depends on your priorities, of course.
But she dropped out of college.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
that's what I'm saying. Like,
yeah.
maybe she wasn't putting her life on hold because what she really wanted to do at the time was be a mom.
Yeah.
No shame in being a stay-at-home mom. I have no idea what her thoughts were when she did it 15 years ago. But now, she knows that's what she wants. So, let her be. Anyways, okay.
Amy doesn't want to be there at the... Like, she doesn't want to know what the baby is. Like, she's conflicted about finding out what the baby is. And then, also, my big problem with this episode, which, like, it just proves again that they're children. They have no fucking clue. Amy thinks that if it's a girl, that the baby won't be abused.
Yeah.
Be fucking for real. Turn on the news every once in a while.
Yeah.
Come on.
That was insane.
Ashley is at the church waiting for the reverend, but he's stuck in traffic. And then the stripper from The Office shows up and gets her a cocktail waitress job or whatever. But, like, she's like, "Oh, are you 21?" And she's like, "Oh, do I need to show you my ID?"
Presents the fake ID.
No, she doesn't even present it. The lady's just like, "No, we're good. I'll get you a job. Let's go."
That's true. Well, they say at the restaurant that when Ben's dad and Amy's dad are there eating, they say she got the job using her fake ID, but that is true. The lady never actually...
Yeah, she never saw it.
Okay.
Grace's dad is talking to
Ricky, we get
and
the
he
trauma.
says, "You can stop the violence." Basically saying that he can stop the cycle of abuse. And that's when he admits that his brother committed suicide. I was so confused with the video. Like, it...
That Ben comes to help them make?
Yeah.
Yes, same. And then, what was, like, her lip bite as she walked closer to the camera?
Okay, they do this all the fucking time in this show, with the lip biting. I don't get it.
It goes hand in hand with her bad acting.
No, but literally everybody in this show does it.
Yes.
I need to start a tally.
No, absolutely. I'm just saying, like, Shailene, another thing you can't do is bite your fucking lip. Like, you look... And then she's, like, walking to this camera. And then, did you see the text that she texted everybody? It says, lowercase ITS, that's all little, A, capital A, and then capital B, little OY.
Yes.
To say it's a boy.
What?
What? You're having a child and you don't know how to fucking English?
So somewhere in this also, somewhere in this episode, what the fuck is his name? Gracie's ex. Jack goes to the gay neighborhood.
Right at the end.
Yes. And he picks up the guy he's mentoring and he sees Ricky's dad buying drugs, selling drugs, some shit like that. Something with drugs. And he calls Adrian. Adrian calls her father.
Yeah.
They get him arrested. And at the end, Ricky goes to Adrian's and he finds out that his dad got arrested because he violated his parole.
Yep.
And that's it.
That is. Woohoo. It's fucking over.
For now.
Yeah.
But yeah, what's your what the fuck news for
Okay,
this week.
It's already kind of old news as of when we're recording this, and by the time this episode's out, it's like really old news. But I just thought it was fucking crazy. Steve Jobs' worn out Birkenstocks. Here they are. I'm gonna cover the price. Here they are.
Okay.
Sold for $218,000 at an auction. 2,118, and then 1,750 to be accurate. They were worn by Jobs in the 70s and 80s during many pivotal moments in Apple's history. This is the highest pair of sandals or the highest price ever paid for a pair of sandals.
Are you fucking kidding me? Who has that much money?
Just think it's insane.
That's the price of a house. I can
Yeah.
get 2 houses in
Right.
this town with that.
Right. No, and to me, what's the most insane is the fact that they've been kept since the 70s and the 80s. And then here at the bottom, they were last sold in 2016 for $2,000. When did Steve Jobs die, though?
Okay, but honestly, my marketing mind, it's working right now. Because that is a really good advertisement for Birkenstocks. Like, they still look good. Not like, obviously they look used, but there's still like nothing really wrong with them.
Oh,
and if they're from the 70s,
1,000%. I'm 1,000% on your team.
Birkenstock, pick this up. Come on.
And then
They should have bought them.
that's true. Okay, so the auction notes said that they show heavy wear. And then so there like a bidder asked if they smelled, and the guy selling them, like the auctioneer, said they do smell of success.
Shut the fuck up. No! Shut the fuck up. No, but I think that would have been like a very good marketing thing.
He died in 2011, so how did they only sell for $2,000 in 2016?
That's weird.
But I do really want to know where they've been since, like, what, did Steve Jobs put them in his trash can and someone walked up and took them? Like, how did they get here?
Yes. That makes no sense.
Were they in Steve Jobs' house? Then why didn't his kids throw them away? Like,
yeah.
or whoever, I don't know if he has children. I'm so sorry. That was not the
but
right
I
thing
know,
to say.
No.
But
somebody,
whoever cleaned out his house, I just don't understand.
3 times. I believe that Birkenstocks, if they have a museum of their shoes, they should have bought those. And that would be a great exhibit.
Look at what's beneath the picture. Why is everyone obsessed with the way these shoes smell?
Fucking foot fetishes.
But anyways, this story is already from November 15th. It's going to be such old news. But I really just was like, when Carlos said that a couple weeks ago, I was like, that's interesting. And then I like thought of it today. And I was like, wait, I have to look this up. Because I did look it up after Carlos told us. And when I saw the shoes, I was like, bruh, those look barely worn. They must have been on his feet when he died. And then no, they're from the 70s and the 80s. And that's why I wanted to talk about it. They are what he wore for 20 years. While he made pivotal decisions in Apple. Like, that's fucking incredible.
Yeah.
And I can absolutely understand why they sold for so much.
I'm sold. Let me go buy a pair. I've been, like, on the edge of buying a pair of Birkenstocks.
A real one? Yeah.
Yeah, like the actual, like, Birkenstocks. Now I'm like, okay, I'm going to get them. But I also don't know what style I want. So I like the 2 bands, but I also like the one that crosses over your toe. I can get both. Ugh. I'm an adult with adult monies. Shh. Don't tell people I bought these. Not me trying to buy a car. And then you're buying Birkenstocks.
Fernanda, don't listen. I'm just kidding. I'm going to cut that out. That and my insult to Kevin need to go.
Yeah. Anyways. That is it for this episode of What the Fuck Is This Podcast. Make sure you subscribe.
Yeah, we love you guys.
Yeah. Follow us on TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook at What the Fuck Is This _podcast, where you can see the doggos, you can see us, you can follow our personal pages, you can DM us tea. We'll talk about it. We'll discuss it. We also want to do a Q&A if you have any questions for us. So send us questions.
Yeah.
If you want.
Absolutely.
Because we definitely want to do like a drunk episode where we just talk shit. And not like about anything.
Yeah. I feel like that'd be a really fun episode to do when Matthew gets here.
Oh, yeah.
Like we could just record it with him before you leave.
Yeah, 100%.
So you're fucking moving.
We should... Okay. Matthew needs to invite all his squad over. Like, it's a glizzy party. And then we'd be like, surprise, bitches. We're recording a pod. Like, that would be hilarious.
Hang out.
I gotta go. I got to go.
Oh, I'm just kidding.
Unless we're trying to Purple Heart it. Like, don't mind me.
Oh, then you and Bertucci need to hang out, apparently. He's trying to Purple Heart it.
I've never heard you talk about that man.
No, me either. Apparently he's the new Canales. Matthew just told me.
Oh, I think you did tell me.
I
just
think
remember
I
his
did,
last
but when
name.
I told you your 3 options. No, I don't know this man at all. Because I told him, I was like, I'm not going to recommend Bertucci because I knew the other 2 guys. She was like, well, just let him know he's in it for the benefits only. Like, as a joke,
okay, but
of course, but still.
He doesn't really benefit other than getting paid a little bit more.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, what is he expecting? Because I'm going to get a lot of
live
benefits.
off base.
That's true. Because I would not want to do that shit. Actually, I wouldn't mind. But, like, I don't give a shit. Anyways, that's it for this week's episode. Love y'all. Subscribe, follow us, and all the good things. Adios, bitches.
Bye, guys.